It's Mark Starr from the Hopry.com. Hope you're doing well. Tonight I thought we would look at a beer that I've actually been wanting to try for several months. If you go back and look at my German Beer Week, I reviewed a beer from this brewery called Uerige. They are out of Dusseldorf, Germany. But I reviewed their Uerige, and it's an alt beer, which if you're not familiar with alt beers, it's just another way of saying a German brown ale. This is actually their Doppelsticke, and that's the one that I wanted to try, that I wanted to get to review back then. But I looked at several places and couldn't find it, and lo and behold, the other day I was at a liquor store here in town and saw a whole gang of these on the shelf. So I grabbed a couple right away, mainly because I wanted to get another one of these bottles. For those of you who have seen my how to save a big bottle of beer into a smaller bottle demo that I did sometime last year, this is the bottle that I actually use for that. So it's got this really nice swing top bottle on it. They do put the tape across the front, which shows you the ABV of 8.5%. But again, this is their double version of the Sticke, so it is called the Doppelsticke. So anyway, really looking forward to trying this beer. I remember liking the other one, but I felt like it needed a little bit more oomph. So I'm really hoping that this one kind of does that it's really a more rich experience than the other one. But I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to pop the top on this cap here. You know, getting a really good amount of CO2 coming up out of the bottle. So, you know, it just shows you how well these swing top bottles really, you know, work in preserving beer. And I've actually, since doing that video, I've done a couple of tests to see just exactly how long I can hold a beer in there and still have it retain carbonation, still have it retain flavor. And I think I've gone up to about 7 days. So that'll give you an idea just how nice it is to go out and find, you know, some of these beers that come in these swing top bottles. But yet I digress. Let's go ahead and pour this into the glass and get the review underway and see how this one compares to the single version that we looked at not long ago. Alrighty. Well, it looks like a brown ale, just like you would think. When you hold it up to the light here, I'm getting, you know, spots of that ruby red color. So it's not quite brown, not even approaching black by any stretch either. It's really got this raisin color with highlights of ruby red color in there. The head on it looks really great. You know, you give it a gentle swirl here and you can really see it starting to, you know, fluff up this really nice uniformed tan colored head. And man, those malts are just already starting to pop up out of this glass. Really good smelling beer. But yeah, you know, I'm going to go ahead and smell it. And man, woo, this thing smells really good. I don't think I've ever used the word heavenly on the Hopry, but I'll tell you, this thing smells heavenly. It's very bready and very malty. It's almost like you took a piece of really good toast, you know, and toasted it to like a really perfect golden brown, so you get that real nice bready, toasted bready aroma, and then you just kind of smeared it with like some really well-made, you know, like fig or prunes or, you know, dates, you know, like a really good jelly or conserve. So it really has that bready character, really has a nice fruity character as well, really kind of reminding me somewhat of the quadruples, like the Rochefort 10 in its fruitiness and complexity. But yeah, those malts are absolutely amazing smelling. Man, well, I can't wait to try it now, so cheers. Oh man, wow. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, this is my favorite German beer. This thing is absolutely stunning. There's this extreme richness in the flavor. You know, I'm really getting those dark caramely fruits. There's a nice breadiness. from, any malts that would be in there, which there's a lot of malt in here, you can tell. It's very heavily hopped, I can tell. It's not quite chewy, but it's almost there. I would say it's probably, between medium and medium heavy in its thickness. You really get that bitterness up front. The fruits and even more bitterness starts to hit the back of your tongue. You could almost say that this is approaching too bitter, but it just never goes too far. It's just got this perfect amount of sweetness, a perfect amount of bitterness. I love the fruity character. Man, I'll tell you what, I can't recommend this one enough. Well, I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. I think this just very well may be my favorite German beer. And it comes in a great bottle. I mean, hell, I think I might go back and grab another 5 of these as soon as I can. I'm not sure how well these would age. They're 8.5%. I would imagine you could probably hang on to one for at very least 6 months to a year. But man, really, really like this beer. I'm not saying that it's a huge surprise. But I think of all the beers that I've had this year, this may be one of the biggest surprises just in terms of, what I was expecting and what I actually got. So, well, having said all of that, guys, I really don't have anything else to say except go out and get your ass one of these bottles, because I think you're really going to like it. Take the labels off and keep it in the refrigerator, and anytime you want to put half of a 750 or 22-ounce bottle in there, well, here you go, you got your bottle. So, well, that's it for today, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did this beer. So until we get together next time, cheers.